Hey guys, and welcome to Tomo's Tech. Today we're reviewing the Kiyo Pro from Razer. It's brand new, it succeeds the Kiyo from 2018. We're going to unbox it, we're going to test it out. By the end of the video I'll be able to tell you whether or not it's worth the £200 price tag. Stick around to find out. So the video has a few distinct chapters, so I've listed those in the description. If you need to skip forward and skip back, then please do. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel, it'll be much appreciated. So getting into the unboxing, you can see it's very nicely packaged. Razer have a good marketing department and it looks really good, although a little bit difficult to get into the box itself. But once in, very nice thank you note. Then we have the manual, which is very nicely individually wrapped as well. Come on to that shortly. And then we have the unit itself, which, you know, at first impression looks really good. You can clearly see that they've gone for a sort of camera look with the details of the camera around the outside of the ring. I like the indentations as well. It doesn't serve a purpose, but it does look really good on the outside. It'd be good if it zoomed in or something manually if that was the case, but it doesn't, unfortunately. You have the lens cap, you have a cable, and then there's nothing else in the box, although it looks like there is, which is why I'm still rummaging around in it. So they have the contents all nicely laid out for you. So here's the manual as promised. It's in several different languages, but here's the English language pages for you if you need to pause this video so you can pick them up. You have the cable, which is very nice, braided cable, really nice to see, protected on both ends and then wrapped with a wire as well. And then the unit itself, and wait for it, there you go, I know that's what you were waiting for, very nice. It's good quality unit, you can't argue with that, it looks really good, it's good quality unit. So here it is on its own, just so you can see it. It sort of speaks for itself really, doesn't it? Nice stand, it's always pre-attached, but you can unattach it if you want to, and there's the cover if you need to transport it anywhere, or you just want some privacy, you can just pop that on there. On the back is a USB port, USB-C port, which can attach any USB-C cable, so an aftermarket one will be fine. And then really nice mounting system, as Razer call it. It's a stand with a hole on the back to attach to your stand or tripod. You can remove it from the unit itself by unscrewing it, and then you have the same mounting screw there. So if you didn't want the stand, you could attach it directly to a tripod or stand that way. There it is, the unit without the stand on it. Have another look at the unit itself. Yeah, a nice stand, easily supports the weight of the unit. Looks good on its side, looks good on the top, looks good on the other side. And there we have it, it's unboxing. Here we're just going to plug it in. The reason for doing this was to see if there's an indicator light, to see if it had power. It doesn't, but it does have a light to show when it's in use. But the computer recognised it instantly and prompted me to download the software. But yeah, moving on to the specification. So on to the specifications and the standout features of this streaming cam. 1080p 60 frames per second, it offers HDR within the Razer app, USB 3.0 and an adaptive light sensor as well for low light conditions. I've got some test footage coming up so you can make your own judgments on whether or not that is effective or not. So loading up the Synapse app, and it gives you a range of different options and a preview of the image as well. This is the only way I could get the HDR or SDR to toggle. It wouldn't work in OBS or in the camera app, but I may be doing something wrong. You can change the field of view at this point as well, so switching back into HDR, and you can see the linear setting, the wide setting, there's a medium setting as well. You can manually adjust this in the advanced features, so you don't have to be stuck to those three. You can also switch from autofocus to manual focus, if that's what you wanted to do. So not if you're going to be sitting and streaming in one place, you might want to do this rather than rely on the autofocus changing, mid-game, or you get emotional and that sort of thing. Has a number of presets for the brightness and contrast and saturation, and also the white balance as well. You can change all of these, and you can click back into default if you want to. Change the colour temperature as well. Then has some presets along the top here, and you can change it to suit. I think Razer think that those are probably the best settings. Really is going to depend on your use case and whether or not you want to use those or not. But going into the advanced settings, it gives you a bit more control in terms of what you can do. Changing the field of view, or zoom as it's listed, will allow you to close in that picture whilst maintaining, it does maintain good quality if you are zooming in as well, as you can see here. Well, very good. Now moving on to OBS, if you want to add this device, you click on video capture device, OK, and if it's plugged it in, it should just show up as it is. Here we have some test footage recorded in OBS, 1080p 60 frames per second in good light, 30 frames per second in good light.
Hopefully you can hear me okay. Peter Piper picked a pick of peppers.
60 frames per second low light. And finally 30 frames per second low light. So what's the verdict then? Well, the market's screaming out for a camera in between a DSLR and a standard webcam, and this is what Razer are trying to do with this camera. It offers a good image quality, it's definitely good build quality, and it looks really good as well. But for £200, I don't know, maybe I'll be looking at a second-hand DSLR or something like that. It really does depend on what you want to achieve as well. If you're a streamer and you want the best setup and you're the best looks, then this is going to look great on your desk or on your monitor or however you want to position it. The build quality and the design are its key features here. It looks really good. I really like the USB-C as well. Allows you to change the cable. You're not sort of fixed to that one cable. It's a really good offering, it's a really good camera, but is it worth £200? You're going to have to come to your own conclusions on that, I think. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon for another video.